I never envisioned myself being in the finals and not being on the floor when the clock hits 0.
Vandersloot stops, fades, and hits!
And then I'll be like, hold on, don't be so hard on yourself. You know, you've come a long way.
That's it! For the first time in franchise history, the Chicago Sky are WNBA champions!
You're celebrating a WNBA championship. Did it cross your mind? I couldn't walk 18 months ago, and here I am holding this trophy.
For sure. I mean, it was really all I was thinking about.
Just to know that she was poetry in motion, and now she can't even pick her feet up.
You could potentially be paralyzed.
So if we have to name this story, what's the name?
Y'all don't know.
Her comeback is amazing, and nobody knows about the comeback.
With the third pick in the 2018 WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky select Diamond Deshields from the University of Tennessee.
Diamond Deshields arrived in the WNBA, destined to be a star.
Hey, Diamond, come on, Mama.
It was in her DNA.
So Deshields gets his second hit.
Her dad, Delino, played 13 years in Major League Baseball. Mom, Tisha, was an All-American in track at Tennessee, and older brother, Delino Jr., an outfielder in the major leagues.
We used to play catch all the time. She could hit. She had a better arm than most of the guys. The basketball thing kind of came, you know, a little bit later.
I noticed how good she was when she was 7 years old. You know, watching her literally beat everybody on the court, score all the points on her team. I was just like, yo, this girl is unbelievable.
It was crazy. Looking back, like I would just be out there just doing whatever I wanted to do.
She's in attack mode, John. She's in attack mode. She is in attack mode. Diamond Deshields.
After 3 state championships in high school and an all-SEC selection in college,
when she plays like that, she can be amongst the best players in the country.
Diamond arrived in the WNBA ready to make her mark with the Chicago Sky.
Here's Diamond Deshields, launches a left corner 3, and it's good.
She's perfect from beyond the arc.
In her rookie season in 2018, Deshields averaged 14 points and was selected to the all-rookie team.
When Diamond came to our team, we instantly got that superstar we needed.
Diamond Deshields buries the 3.
It was a whirlwind. It was exhilarating.
Cut coffee is swatted by Deshields.
In her second season, Diamond upped her scoring average to 16 points and became an all-star.
I truly believe I was the most athletic player in the world.
That's going in! Diamond Deshields knocks it down to win the skills competition.
In the offseason, Diamond, like many other WNBA players, decided to play abroad.
Lax avere un extra pass per Deshields che vuole riprovarci da 3 punti.
So you're overseas playing in Italy. Tell me what happens.
Honestly, we were playing in a game. I stole a pass, and little girl, like probably half my size, just bumps into me. I was just like, goodness, like my back, like that really hurt. I went to the chiropractor. I thought it was gonna help, didn't help. Got the MRI, and my agent calls me. And he's like, hey, you know, the MRI wasn't good. Today, I found out that I have a growth in my spinal cord. You never think something like this can happen to you. The game of basketball can just be, you know, taken away from you. I have a tumor, and now it's like, you gotta come home, you have to get surgery, like you're done.
Doctors determined, although Diamond's tumor was benign, it had to be removed. The tumor was wrapped with nerves in her spinal cord, and there was potential for permanent damage.
One of the difficult parts of that process is explaining to the patient that if you don't have treatment, you may have paralysis. But the treatment, which is resecting the tumor, one of the possible complications is paralysis, because we are operating around the nerves inside the spine.
On January 17th, Less than a month after being hit in the game in Italy, Diamond went in for surgery.
When they operated, what was supposed to be a 3-hour procedure turned into like a 9-hour procedure.
Are we going to be having to have this conversation with her when she comes out that she isn't gonna not just not play basketball again, but potentially never walk again?
In Diamond's surgery, there was a moment that some of the nerves that were intimately associated with the tumor, we identified that those were some of the ones that were going to her feet. While we were able to successfully remove the entire tumor, there's some irritation of these nerves and affects her recovery.
Diamond's nerves were severely impacted by the removal of the tumor, leaving her with involuntary spasms.
I remember being in so much pain because my whole body went into contraction and like I had no control over my arms. Go big or go home.
It would get so bad where her whole body was seizing to the point where she's got tears rolling down her eyes, but she can't speak.
Just seeing that for the first time, it floored me, honestly. I would talk to her, of course. I would always try to be positive, but after I would hang up the phone, I'm literally in tears. Excuse me.
Doctors did not know whether she would ever regain full feeling or control of her body. It was unknown if the damaged nerves would ever fully recover.
It literally was learning how to walk again, learning how to balance again, learning how to do just things that you take for granted every single day.
My mobility was awful, my twisting and everything was very painful.
How are you dealing with this psychological, like this is a setback? Where does the mind go?
I just was incredibly motivated still. I'm not trying to learn how to walk. I'm trying to learn how to run and jump and like defend and do all the things that, you know, a basketball player is supposed to do.
During the toughest part of her recovery, Diamond decided to keep everything she was going through private, only sharing with those closest to her.
I didn't want it to be used against me. I just wanted to give myself the chance that I thought I deserved.
So how did you decide to go play in the bubble?
Honestly, I just was like, what am I gonna do? I need my teammates more than they probably need me right now. To be honest, at that time, I still couldn't run in a straight line. Like, I still couldn't jump at all.
For the next few months, Diamond and her trainers worked tirelessly with intense physical therapy to retrain her body and heal her damaged nerves. The goal? To start the season with her team.
Inside the bubble at IMG Academy, what a matchup today.
The first game, everybody else was already out on the floor warming up, and we're still in the locker room, and she's like, I'm scared. And I just put my hand on her shoulder. I said, me too. But you're here, and this is what you've been working for.
And how are your feet working at this point?
They're not. I mean, my right foot is still numb all day. Very sensitive. I couldn't stand to wear sneakers.
She's used to being the most athletic player on the floor, and she's not that right now.
You have reporters asking you questions. You know, what's going on with Diamond? Like, is she all right? You know, and just having to kind of say, like, you know, she'll be all right. Like, she's just coming back. She didn't have, you know, her balance as well. She didn't have as much of, you know, that athleticism that we saw the first 2 years. But, you know, I thought she was still like glimpses of Diamond in there.
On August 20th, in her 13th game of the season, Diamond was kneed in her thigh.
We do have a Chicago player down. That is Diamond Deshields.
I felt like a building had just dropped on my leg. And then I feel my shoulders start to like jump. I had to go through my tremors. I'm realizing we're on TV now, and I'm like, we got to get up, we got to go, because I'm not about to do this on TV. Am I about to retire? Like, is it? Cause like, I can't play like this. Like, I can't be out here like this. It's not fun. It's hard, it's painful. I'm like, is this how my career ends?
For the next 9 months, Diamond focused solely on her health and allowed her damaged nerves to heal. Then this. The first Chicago Sky home game of 2021, and Deshields was back, almost like her old self. For the regular season, she averaged 26 minutes and 11 points a game, and was a key part of Chicago's run to the championship.
Accomplishing something I've always dreamed of accomplishing after a very, very unfortunate turn of events. I took a moment for myself, for sure.
I don't know how I feel. I feel like I can fly right now.
She's been a champion all her life, and to overcome what she did and to be in that spot, it felt good.
It's exciting that Chicago won, but for those of us who knew her story, it was even more exciting.
I could have folded, like I could have quit, but I didn't.